Hello everybody, welcome to your little slice of heaven. I am Nirvana, and if you're new here, welcome to my page. Thank you for clicking on the video, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you coming back. My story time today is about why I get brain swelling and how I almost passed away when I was 2 years old. Okay, so from what I was told, the day started off normal for my mom. She got me up, me and my sister up like she normally does, and she got us up, she got us, together, got our things together. She took us to our grandma's house. When she took us to our grandma's house, she ended up picking up 2 of our cousins, and I was 2 at the time. One of my cousins was 1, and my other cousin was just a baby. Like he was like almost like a newborn baby, right? And so she does that, and in the process of her doing that, my dad stayed with us off and on at the time, and I believe he went off to go to work or whatnot, whatever. And so later on that day, she brings us back home. She brings us back home, and she takes me, she sets me on the bed. She sets my I'm gonna get right into it. She sets my cousin on the bed, and then she sets my baby cousin on the bed. And so as she sets us all on the bed, she didn't know that my dad had been there earlier today, and my dad is a paranoid schizophrenic, so he takes medication for that. And if you all never heard of the medication Haldol is a medication used for schizophrenics to help, combat the voices and the things that they see or whatnot or whatever in their head. So yeah, she didn't know that my dad had been there that day, or been back that day, I believe. And when she went to set us on the bed, she didn't know that my dad hadn't took his medication, and he had just set it in his pocket. And so he set it in his pocket, and in the process of him, I guess, getting ready or whatnot, whatever, he put whatever it was. I don't know. She doesn't remember if it was a jacket or if it was pants pocket or not. She just know it was in a pocket of something. And when she went to go, I was already on the bed, and my cousin Laffy was on the bed. She was going to go get my cousin Tristan, and when she went to go get my cousin Tristan to put him on the bed, I was laying on the bed and just laying like flat back, and I was looking straight up, and I had foam coming out of my mouth. At least that's what my mom thought it was foam. And she didn't know what was wrong with me. She had no idea, what was going on. She was like, she was trying to wake me up, and she was trying to get me to talk, and she kept trying to say Aquila, and trying to get me to, respond to her, whatnot, whatever. And she said that I just wouldn't respond to her. So she called her mother, and when she called her mother, my grandma rushed over to the house. And when my grandma got there, my grandma was like, oh no, we're finna take her to the hospital. So my grandma, my mama, my cousins, they all get in the car. And from what my mama says, this part of the story is kind of funny. From what my mama says, my grandma rode with her foot on the gas and hand on the horn the entire time. My mama said that my grandma did not let up that horn. She did not stop at no stop sign. She did not do nothing other than get me to that hospital as fast as she could possibly have gotten me to the hospital. When they finally got me to the hospital, they found out that I had got a hold of my daddy's medication, and that he didn't take it, and it fell out of his pocket onto the bed. And I had seen it, and I guess I thought it was candy or whatnot, whatever, and I had eaten it. And so when they got me to the hospital, I was still unresponsive. They had to pump my stomach, and I was in the hospital for, I honestly don't know how many days. I asked my mom for sure, but I was in the hospital. They had to pump my stomach, and the doctors were like telling my mom, if she comes to, you're gonna have to watch out for seizures. She's gonna have mental disabilities. She's gonna, you'll be lucky if she's not brain dead, and that's what the prognosis was that they gave my mom. They were like, she's gonna be brain dead if she's not brain. If I was, they didn't expect me to be okay. They didn't expect me to be somewhat normal. They didn't expect that. But anyway, yeah, they didn't expect that. They thought I was gonna be brain dead. They thought I was gonna be a vegetable, and I come out of it and I was fine. But yes, I come out of it, and so when I did come out of it and they realized that like my brain wasn't seriously affected by it, they told my mom to watch out for seizures, and they were like, there's a good possibility she's gonna have seizures throughout her life. She's gonna have a speech impediment. She's gonna be disabled in some way, form or fashion. They predicted that I was gonna be disabled and that I would have seizures, and that basically that I wouldn't be who I am today. And I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I do have swelling on my brain because of me getting a hold of my dad's medication and it being in my system for so long or whatnot, whatever. I don't know exactly what it did, but it messed up with my brain to the point that I have some of the worst migraines, and I honestly thought that they were just migraines for like a really, really long time. I was like, they're just migraines, like I'll be okay, they're just migraines, they'll go away or whatnot, whatever. And then come to find out a couple of years ago, when I finally went in I ended up having to have a CAT scan or whatnot, whatever. And this was after my son was born. I ended up going in to have a CAT scan, and in the process of having that CAT scan, they realized that my brain was swelling, and that's why I was having the migraines that I was having. And they assumed that it is due to the medication that I took as a child. And I have been having migraines all my life. I've always had migraines, but like I contributed to the fact that I got a hold of my dad's medicine, and that's why I had headaches. We just didn't know that the headaches actually I was having brain swelling. I gotta be my mosquito. I have to take this medication. It's a blue pill for your brain. It's for like really bad migraines, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's for like brain trauma people. People with brain trauma, which I guess I don't know, y'all. I don't know if it was brain trauma or not. I always contributed brain trauma to like being hit in the head, or like football players when they get that concussions and stuff like that. I've always contributed brain trauma to that, but I guess there's different kinds of brain trauma as well. So yeah, that's why I have brain swelling, because of the medication that I took when I was little of my dad. Yeah, and the reason why I say I almost passed away is because my mom, the doctors told my mom and my grandma, if my grandma wouldn't have drove all the way to the hospital with her foot on the gas and her hand on that horn, that I would not have made it. Which is kind of like, are you sure? Because you said I was going to be brain dead. And I mean, I kind of feel like a bad bitch. Not a brain dead one, but you know. No, I'm just playing. Let me be serious. But no, they told my mom that they told her that I was going to be brain dead. And they said that she was lucky that my grandma came as fast as she did and got me there as fast as she did. Because if they didn't, then I wouldn't be here today. My beautiful children wouldn't be here today. my nieces would be here, because Shrika would be here, but my babies wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the story. It was a short one, but short and sweet. But I kind of wanted to tell it because I feel like people never know what somebody has been through in their life. I contribute my dyslexia to the, I guess, the brain trauma that I have from being a baby. And also, I'm kind of thankful that I was the one that got a hold of it, and it wasn't my little cousins, because they were way smaller than me, and maybe they wouldn't have been here. And I love my cousins to death, and I'm so blessed to have them as cousins, and I wouldn't know what it would be. It'd be weird to not have either one of them if they would have got a hold of it. But yeah, you never know what somebody's story is. You never know what they're going through, what they've been through, what life has been like, or any of that. And I look perfectly fine on the outside, but like, you would never know like the trauma that I've been through, the mental and physical trauma that I've been through. I've been through hell and high waters, but I'm still here, and that's all that matters. Is I'm still here, and I'm happy. And yeah. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say. No, but for real, that's it. I have a request for you all. Since you all got me to 10,000 followers on Instagram, cause you fucks with me like that, and I fucks with you, I got rudely interrupted. Since you guys got me to 10,000 followers on Instagram, I need you guys to help me get 1,000 followers on YouTube. If you guys can help me get to 1,000 followers on YouTube, I would so greatly appreciate it. I have more story times to come. I have more stuff with the kids that I want to get out there. We finally got the okay that we can move, so I'm gonna record that process of us moving, us looking for houses. When we finally find a house, us moving into the houses, us packing, like it all. House tour, room tours for the kids, my bedroom tour, it all. I have so much things planned for you guys. I have story times planned for you all. I can give you a couple of story times that I want to talk about, and one of them is I was just talking about it earlier today. One of them is the story time of when a guy that I was dating decided to take it upon himself. Well, I wasn't dating him at the time. I dated him when I was 17. But anyway, he decided to take it upon himself and drag me head first down concrete steps, about 20 concrete steps. He took me and dragged me head first down. I want to tell you all that story. I also want to get the story out about my dad and what he did to my grandma. There's a lot of stories that I have, a lot of trauma stories that I just want to get out, and I'm sharing these things because it helps me. And also me sharing these stories is going to help somebody else. And if it doesn't help you, then that's completely fine. But my stories can help somebody. I know they can. Other people's stories on YouTube have helped me. I watched this girl's stories. I think her name was Sierra, I believe. She was talking about her dad's story, her and her sister's story, and the fact that they have so many siblings or whatnot, whatever. And watching her story made me be like, whoa, wait a minute. My kid's story isn't that different from theirs, because my kids have a shit ton of siblings, and their dad doesn't try to get them together, and they had to find out that they were sisters by being in school together, and other people telling them that they were sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want my babies to have to go through that, and I hate that they probably will have to go through that. They've been my daughter is in 4th grade, and she has been to school with one of her siblings, 2 of her siblings actually, and had no idea that she was in school with one of her sisters. And it's crazy because they're at the same school and they don't even know each other, you know. So yeah, I want to get a lot more things out to you guys, and I want to be able to help people, and I want you all to tell me your stories as well. You don't realize how much you can help me in my time. I have depression, I have all of that, and people's just love just helps me so much, and being able to tell my story and know that I was heard is all that really matters. The only thing that really makes somebody feel good is to know that they're being heard. And like, if I know that one person heard me, that is all that matters. Like, all the people that want to hate or be haters and be like, oh, you're telling this business and you're telling that business, that goes out the window when I know just one person heard me and it helped one person. So yeah, if you guys can help me, please help me get to 10,000. Not 10,000. I would like 10,000. 10,000, hell yeah. But right now, we're just trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 300. I also want to be able to show you guys how I live and deal with taking care of children with disabilities themselves, how I grew up with family with disabilities themselves, and also how I get by with so little with income wise, because I can't work. And so my income, when I tell you guys in the story time, or not even the story time, but when I finally put it out there, you guys are going to be like, what the fuck? How is she paying rent? How is she paying her light bills? How is she paying her water bill? Like, how is she getting by with all that? And when I tell you supplement my income, when I say I supplement my income, I supplement my income. It is what it is. I have to get it out there. But yeah, I just want to share so much with you guys. So if you could please give me to 1,000 followers, I would so greatly appreciate it. And then I will be telling my next story time, and I will also let you guys pick which story time that is. And if it, you know what, it could be my dad's story time or the story time about the guy dragging me down the steps, what my dad did to my grandma, which the story about my dad killing my grandma, or the story about me being dragged down 20 some odd concrete steps and then 5 more right after that. So yeah, I'll let you guys choose once we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of rambled at the end, but I can't help it. That's just what I do. Y'all get used to it. But yeah, thank you for coming to your little slice of heaven. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you back next time. Peace.